using is that most people, well, okay, mainly men, have a fascination with shooting. Guys who never kill anything, never even hurt anything, love the thrill of shooting at a target. Maybe when you spend your days working at a job where you don't seem to see any results from what you're doing, you start thinking that the world would be exactly the same if you weren't here. I'll tell you, that feeling goes away when you can stand 50 feet back with a gun in your hand and blow the hinges off your garage door, or even better, your neighbor's garage door. There's instant gratification. It's not smart or correct, but it's one of the things that makes us what we are. Here are a few scenes from this week's episode, which is way better than one of the ones we did a long time ago. We got all kinds of things we're going to build for you and say to you and fool around with you. We got all kinds of things that happen, like things like that, and other things sort of like this.
And now here's a man who can't see the forest for the fleas, my uncle, Fred Green!
Thank you very much. Thank you. And here's a guy who sees the forest and then flees, my nephew Harold. Big stuff going on up here this week. The first annual Possum Lake Taxidermy Shootout.
You're going to shoot a taxidermist? Are you going to have him mounted? Oh, no.
No, Harold, wait, this is a brilliant idea. You know, what with hunting being kind of a controversial sport these days, REK's taxidermy shop, boy, the business is just falling off the table down there.
He always seems busy when I go by.
Yeah, people just act that way when they see you coming, Harold. So Artie's got this idea where he's going to charge people to go hunting for dead, wild, stuffed animals.
What? I mean, where do they, if you had, and they were, and then if you thought that, I don't understand a thing. Can you explain what?
I'll try, Harold. Artie's going to clean out the stuff out of his store, unclaimed items and display models and old burned out articles and that kind of thing. He's going to prop the animals up all over the forest, and then you pay him a $10 fee, and you get to go out and hunt all the dead stuff. Sawdust-filled animals are always in season, Harold.
Hunting for what?
Well, whatever he gets in the store, raccoons, otters, elephants, swordfish, an old couch, whatever you find. You track them down, stare them in the glassy eyes, and fire away. And first prize goes to the guy who shoots Thor, the mighty polar bear.
Thor? That mangy yellow lump that's been hanging in Artie's front window for the past 20 years?
Yeah, it's just a big raccoon that he bleached.
And it's rancid. Just one bullet and it'll disintegrate.
Yeah, but we can pretend that it's a mighty polar bear, Harold. The most dangerous animal on this planet. I mean, it's got the scariest smell I know. And it'll just be neat just to kind of track it down like that. I really like the idea of shooting dead stuff, Harold. There's no tracking, no stalking. You don't have to be quiet. You don't have to clean them. I don't see a downside here.
I don't know. With lodge members going after moldy, overstuffed, lifeless animals, it's going to be harder than ever to tell the hunters from the hunted around here.
And that's how I lost my pilot's license. Oh, I wish I'd been born a racehorse, because I'll tell you, that sounds like a pretty good goal. With a trainer and a 90-pound jockey who would ride me for a minute or so. Well, I'd win the daily double, the trifecta, and the exactor, 'cause I know what a stud farm is, and motivation would be a significant factor. And now we've come to a segment of the show that I really enjoy, what I like to call Meet Your Member.
Well, to be fair and honest, Mr. Green, I'm not really a member yet. I mean, I only applied a few days ago.
Oh, that's right, Mike. You're still in your trial period.
Yeah, and I usually don't do too good at trials.
Oh, no, that's all behind you now. And Mike has, unfortunately, spent most of his adult life behind bars.
Yeah, plus I leaned on a few.
Yeah, but I think it's been good for you, don't you? Being around the lodge, around the guys and so on.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, being around you guys, it's been great, you know. I've been seeing the way you dress and hearing the way you talk and seeing what you made of yourself. I mean, that's convinced me I got to get more education.
Also, you're going back to school, are you?
Oh, yeah, I got my eye on a business degree. I'm going to take my thesis in economics and probably do a master's in international money lending. Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as I get my grade 8.
Well, Mike, we've been watching you, and we think you deserve a little pat on the back here, so... Mike? Welcome to Possum Lodge.
Oh, really? Oh. I'm in?
Yeah.
I'm a member?
On the Flemkus Moritani.
God, this is amazing. I've never belonged to nothing legal before.
All right.
You know what I'm going to do, Mr. Green? I'm going to save up my pay, and I'm going to change my Satan tattoo into a possum.
Well, that's great. And you know what else I got for you? In my wallet, I have your membership card for the Possum Lodge.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, you did this for me? Oh, gee, thanks, Mr. Green. What can I ever do for you? Wow.
Well, you already returned my wallet that I guess I must have dropped accidentally somewhere, right?
Sure.
This week on Handyman Corner, I thought I would address one of the great ecological issues of our time, namely the low trade-in value of used vehicles. How many times has it happened to you that you finally decide to bite the bullet and get yourself a new car? You drive down there in the old clunker, running on one cylinder, coughing up smoke like a Jamaican barbecue, and you say to the salesman, how much are you going to allow me for it? And he says roughly 0. So you push the whole unit back home, and that's why we got so many of these sitting out in the backyards, everybody's houses all the way across North America. Well, I'm thinking with this taxidermy shootout thing that we got going on, maybe we could turn this thing into a duck blind. Now, the first thing you have to do is you have to break the unit down into its components, which is actually not that hard to do because these cars usually have sweet spots. Yeah, there we are, right there. And you just hit her right at that area. Now you throw away anything that doesn't look like a duck blind, and then you reassemble all the duck blind-like components using the acetylene torch or bolts or rivets or the handyman's secret weapon, duct tape. Okay, that's the basic shape of it, but it's not exactly portable. So you should either have thought of that before you rip the wheels off, or you can do what I'll do. Camouflage it. Okay, now to me, this just screams ducks, huh? That paint job makes it look like they've been flying over it for years. And I added the decoys on top there for a little extra touch of credibility. If you don't have actual decoys, you could take some hood ornaments and put fur mitts on them. And you know, if you leave the car battery hooked up, you have your radio on, or your defroster's running, or your lights on for night hunting, or whatever. Now, I know most of you will do your shooting out the windows, but sometimes if the bugs get bad, you can roll up all the windows and still keep hunting. Watch this. Necessity is the mother of an inventor, isn't it? And there's lots of things you can make like this. A bus shelter for the kids, a dog house, an impressive toboggan, a whitewater suicide machine. You're only limited by your own imagination and the laws in your area. To me, it makes a great duck blind. So remember, until next time, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Coming up, I got a comment on the teenagers. I shot my first trout, and Bill's going to do his impression of Kareem Abdul-Dork. You know, teenagers have always been doing stupid stuff anyway, and actually it seems every generation tries to push the envelope of idiocy. But this new gang, I mean, they're not only pushing the envelope, they're licking it and cutting themselves on it. I'm talking about these kids now getting their bodies pierced. So I was just starting to get my head around earrings on guys, and now they're punching holes in their eyebrows and their nose and their belly buttons and who knows what all. I'm waiting to see a guy come down the street with a 3-ring binder attached to his chest. What is the point of all this anyway? Are these mooring rings so they can tie themselves to the school desk and learn more? I don't think so. I saw a girl, she had 7 buttons on her tongue. Looked like a little meat vest. Now her food has to go over speed bumps. I'll tell you, folks, I don't get it. We were taught that you grow up clean and honest, you be kind to your neighbor, and you try to end life's journey with the same number of holes you started with. Well, the first annual taxidermy shootout is well underway. We've already bagged a few trophies. Junior Singleton shot a stuffed weasel that was duct taped to a tree. Buster Hadfield, beauty. He nailed one of them big bald eagles. It was stapled to the top of a telephone pole. We had a little setback there. Junior Singleton emptied a few rounds into a couple of bearskin rugs that were hanging on a clothesline. Well, that's just pure enthusiasm. And I got this baby here. It was sitting on top of a big oil drum down by the dock.
Like shooting fish on a barrel, huh?
Yeah. Trout are good hunting, aren't they, Harold?
Yeah. So, Uncle Red, has anybody shot boar yet?
Oh, the polar bear, no. Old man Sedgwick thought he saw him, but it was just moose hunting naked. But I'll tell you, this hunting stuffed animals, I think it's going to be the #1 sport around here.
Oh, not necessarily, Uncle Red. Someone has reported seeing a unicorned owl.
Yeah, I think Artie stuck one up in the barn rafters with drywall screws.
No. This is like a real one, but it flew away. We haven't seen one of those around here in 15 years. We're supposed to be extinct.
Yeah, I think old man Sedgwick bagged the last one with his breath.
I don't know, Uncle Red, but I think you guys should stop your hunting just in case this rare bird gets hit accidentally.
No. We'll just cancel out the bird part of the competition. Guys can still hunt the zebras and the ostriches and that big stuffed recliner that Artie made for his father-in-law.
I don't know, Uncle Red. I find it very exciting. A unicorn owl right around here. Isn't that exciting? Around here.
Yeah, he's just passing through, right, Harold?
For sale, set of bagpipes. No longer plays music, but makes a great wineskin for 6 people at once.
Here we are with our friend, Ranger Gord.
Hi, Red. Hi, everyone. I'm fine.
Gord, shouldn't we be up in the tower there so you can keep an eye out for the forest fires and so on?
No, not today, Red. Artie K. hot glue gunned a stuffed duck to my roof, and with all the shooting going on today, it's just not safe.
Man.
Of course, with the return of the unicorn owl, all that will change.
Gord, there is no unicorn owl around here. And so what if there was?
Well, that would mean that the entire Possum Lake area would be turned into a sanctuary. So I'm looking out for that owl, folks, and I thought everybody might like to see how we track animals in the wild.
All right.
Take a look at those.
Oh, yeah, we use these. Yeah, candies attract animals. These look darn good, Gord.
But those are rabbit droppings. You know, don't eat those. They're full of cholesterol. So that's how we identify animals. That's from a raccoon. And if you ever want to track a moose, you want to... I'm sorry about that. You know, folks, around this time of year, a moose will eat a lot of berries, and there you have it. So there it is. If you ever want to identify some of the animals that are in the woods around you, just look for the kind of droppings that are around, and it'll tell you exactly what's around you.
And if you see something look like come out of a unicorn owl, kick it under the bushes so nobody sees it. It's mail call.
Okay, here's a letter from Phil Morton of Grand Prairie, Alberta, or Bill Nerlin of Grant Price, Alabama. Could be Dill Martin of Great Proud American.
Bad handwriting, Harold.
It looks like barbed wire. I don't know what.
Must be a doctor.
Dear Red, where's that deaf bed? Dead bear.
Yeah, probably dead bear. Yeah.
Bear? Okay. I am your #1 fan, or fur, or fuzz. I'm your #1 fuzz. I never muss a simple epilogue.